a huge book haul. I can't even tell you how many books I bought. I bought a lot of them in the beginning of the month, so I read a few of them already. The ones I have read, I'm just going to go ahead and review them for you today, just real short reviews. And we are just going to get started. So the main reason this book haul is so outrageous is sitting right beside me. Let's see if I can pick this up. Oh man, it's gonna be a struggle. Okay. The Walking Dead. Yes. I know. That's a lot of comics. It's a lot of reading. Whew. Oh my goodness. There's a total of 12 of these. These are hardback. The cover looks like this. The reason that I got the hardbacks instead of the paperback is because of the cover, because how beautiful. I mean, the art on all of these is wonderful, but these covers were particularly great. There's 12 of them in all. I already had the first one, but I've read it so many times. I've been putting off buying the rest of the series because they're kind of expensive because there's so many of them and they're hardback. And this month, for any of you who have been following the AMC series, you know my pain. Oh my god, I had to see my favorite characters again, and so I have them now and you can't take them away from me. They can still, you know what? You can't take them away from me. Walking Dead was my most ginormous purchase, but I also bought another series of graphic novels that I'm really excited about as well. Da da da! Saga! I know a lot of you have probably either heard about this or have been recommended this series nonstop by someone, but I'm going to recommend it again because it's really great. It has a very fantastical, unique story and an amazing cast of characters, and I still feel like I don't really know what's going on yet, and maybe that should bother me more than it does, but the things that I do know that's going on are just so great. So I got book number 1 and 2 and 3. I love this cover, it's so beautiful. 4 and 5. I have not read this one yet. I'm really excited to though. I wanted to brush up on the other issues first before I dig into this one, but this will be read very soon. The last graphic novel I bought this month was very surprising in the amount of awesome that it portrayed, and that is Nimona by Noelle Stevenson. This was an impulse buy. I think Amazon just recommended it to me and I was like, yeah, I've heard of that before. Someone said it was good and put it in my cart. You guys, this freaking book, I was so blown away by it, and I can't believe more people aren't talking about it. Here. Just put this on a pedestal because that is what it deserves. The art style, first of all, I just love the very cartoonish feel of it. It's very colorful and just fun to look at and read. The cast of characters is wonderful. This is Nimona. She shows up immediately wanting to be a supervillain under this guy, the big supervillain, Aleister Blackheart. Ballister Blackheart. Anyways, he's a supervillain and she kind of comes in and like, hey, every supervillain needs a supervillain sidekick and that's me. I'm gonna kick butt and kill people. And he's like, calm down, Nimona. And she's like, she turns out to have like all these cool superpowers, and the story just really takes off, and it's so enduring, Nimona's zeal and zest for life and her friendship with Blackheart, who's he has a very interesting backstory. I don't want to give too much away, but why am I still holding this up? It surprised me on so many levels. It's one of those books that I'm still thinking about after I finished it, and the more I think about it and the more time that goes on after I finished it, the more I'm loving it. It really surprised me, and I recommend this very highly. It might be one of my very favorite graphic novels of all time. Yeah, I know. This month I also decided to start reading some poetry because I feel like I should be reading poetry. I feel like it's something that I should like, but I've never found anything that has interested me, so I thought I would try some contemporary stuff. I went on Goodreads and basically just ordered some things that got really high ratings and came out this year, and I ended up with 3 different books. The first one is Mouthful of Forevers by Clementine von Radix. It is the smallest one, and my favorite of the 3. I love all the poems in this. I've already read it several times through. I really like this a whole lot. It's about love and friendship, and it's just very sweet and innocent, but there's also like that, you know, some of the more heartbreaking poetic things in here as well. I like it. I also got Dirty Pretty Things by Michael Faudet. Faudet? I don't know. Michael Faudet, I'm gonna say. Dirty Pretty Things. I got this because it looks kind of racy on the cover, right? It kind of is. It is a little bit racy. It's a lot, actually. And I didn't like it quite as much as Mouthful of Forevers because of the raciness of it, but again, I wasn't really sure what I would like, so I just picked up a lot of different things. I really liked a lot of this stuff in here. It just didn't speak to me quite as much as Mouthful of Forevers did. And the last one I got was Memories by Lang Lev. I think I'm pronouncing that right. This is basically a bind-up of her first 2 books, or collections of poems, I guess you call them. This is illustrated, which I'm trying to find an illustration. Yeah. It's just, I don't know, I'm a sucker for illustrations, what can I say? These poems are probably the most complex of the 3 books I picked up. They're the most complex. It takes the longest to kind of figure out what she's trying to say and get your mindset into the place that she's trying to put you. But once you do, it's really rewarding. This is probably my second favorite of the 3. But if I were to recommend one of these 3 to someone else, I would probably recommend the Clementine von Radix book, Mouthful of Forevers. I could not let this month pass up without buying Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone Illustrated Edition. You guys, I honestly have not finished this yet. I have to get like my special pajamas on and my tea and my Snuggie, and nobody bother me. I'm reading Harry Potter. Leave me alone. So it's taking me a little while to get through it because of that, and because I don't want to rush through it. Some of the illustrations are so detailed that I'm just sitting there staring at them, finding little like hidden things within Hagrid's beard and stuff like that. Which, yes, there are hidden things in here, but it's a very different, more whimsical experience reading with the illustrations. I was not expecting it to be so different and so magical, and I'm so glad I picked this up. Cannot wait for the rest of the series to come out in illustrated editions. I bought Alice by, who's this by? Christina Henry. I've never read anything by Christina Henry before, but I mean, this is a take on Alice in Wonderland, but it's like a fan fiction of Alice in Wonderland basically, but if Alice was actually just crazy and living in this really messed up, like so fucked up world, like this world, oh my god. I'm about halfway through it right now. I'm not particularly attached to any of the characters or their mission. I'm not really sure what's going on a lot of the time, but it's pretty grotesque, so that's something, I guess. I don't know. I'll let you know when I'm done with it. After I finish Alice, I plan on reading Everything by this person. I can't pronounce the name. Nicola Yoon. Is that right? I don't know. I really don't know hardly anything about this book. I just think the cover is beautiful. The title spoke to me. I don't know. I feel like a cover that looks like this is a book that I would like. I know it's judging a book by its cover, it is, but that's why I picked this book up. Just saying. I feel like it's gonna be good though. People have told me it's good. I don't know what it's about. The last book I picked up this month is Career of Evil by, I want to say J.K. Rowling, but it's Robert Galbraith. Robert Galbraith. Why couldn't she have at least picked a pseudonym that was like a no-brainer, the correct way to pronounce? Is it Galbraith or is it Galbraith? Galbraith, I feel. Robert Galbraith. Galbraith. I don't know. Whatever. This is the third book in the Carmen Strike series. I gotta be honest with you, the first book in the series I wasn't in love with, but obviously I love her writing style, and I was just gonna continue with the series because, you know, it's JK. But the second book really was wonderful in my opinion, and I'm invested in the story at this point, so I'm excited to read this. Yes. Yeah. Alright, booktube, you guys. I just finished Mistborn, The Final Empire, yesterday. Do you know where I'm going with this? Because I need to talk. I need to talk to someone. I need some therapy. I need to talk about my feelings. I don't know what happened to me. I feel like I just went through something traumatic, but awesome at the same time. I am a little bit sad that this world does not really exist, that I'm not actually Vin, that I don't actually have these powers, and I don't know, I have like some post-book depression, I feel, and I just... Can we discuss this book? Can we please discuss it? I want to make a video discussing this book. I can't... I don't know anyone who's actually read this book in my real life, and I can't talk to about anyone, and I'm just like, I want to, in a good way. For those of you who have not heard of Mistborn, I'm sure you probably have, because I heard about it 100,000 times before I finally decided to pick it up. It's a high fantasy series, and it's just basically awesome. You just have to read it. I'm sorry. I can't even... It's just wonderful, okay? It's just... Alright. That's it for me. I'm gonna can't even over there. And if you have read Mistborn, please comment. Please.